What's the most dangerous assumption a young wife makes?
That her husband is there to completely satisfy her, that her husband will immediately listen to her because she said so. That's, you have to earn that. I'm not saying that because I think you deserve that. I'm talking about human conditioning. If you're marrying a man who is responsible, right, God fearing, he makes decent decisions and he makes not so good decisions, but he makes the decisions that he can live with, even if they're not so good. He has the capacity to troubleshoot through that decision if it happens to fail and live with that. Most men don't want to live with listening to their wife and it be a bad decision and him have to fix that decision. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm talking about human conditioning.
Yes.
And when wives get married, young wives, you're young in your marriage, you're newlywed. You hope, and I get it, I'm a woman, right? You hope that your husband trusts that he made the right decision in choosing you. So by default, wouldn't you think that I have that capacity to be your help, right? That's what God said, right? And the help that the Bible's talking about in Genesis is the same way that we would call the Holy Spirit, Ezer, right? And that is someone who provides support in a great capacity. It's not a subordinate, right? And so we're hoping that you realize, husbands will realize that you married someone that you can talk to and you can, bounce ideas off of. But wives, that's a thing. That's something that you have to earn.
Yes.
Now, how do you earn that as a newlywed? You got to be consistent. He has to make observation. He has to see how you're making decisions. And eventually, he will defer to you. And so when you see husbands that have been married 20, 25 years, 30 years, who are like, man, I just listened to my wife. I promise you, he was not that way year one. So you can't compare your husband, your 6 month old husband, to a 35-year-old husband.
That's good. I
Yeah.
love that. That's good. Yeah, because and when you said that a wife has to earn,
Yes.
that's controversial.
Tell me.
Can you talk about that though? I mean, because a lot of times by default, right? By default, especially conditioning and culture, it's like, as a woman, and again, don't come for me in the comments. It's like I'm the prize. I'm the good thing.
Yeah.
I get it. But for a wife to earn that, that's controversial. Because a lot of times women come to the table like, well, I'm already good. It's almost like the man is almost kind of like, he has more issues than she does.
Yes. Well, I've seen couples where a woman has a very successful business and does it well and making money, and her husband has a business not doing so well. And she's just like, I could help you with this. We could win with this if you would just listen to me. And he has this resistance. Again, it's not in a perfect world, right? If I could, snap my fingers, I would hope that everyone would marry well and that both husband and wives will submit one to another. That's what I would do. But we live in a fallen world. And so wives, what you're faced with your burden, because husbands have their own burden, but you are faced with the burden to manage your influence and guard it well. You cannot afford to haphazardly throw around ideas or expect him to listen to you. You'd better be right. And more than likely, he won't listen to you, and you have to let him lead. You have to allow him the room for his leadership to grow, and that requires him to make some mistakes. How do you handle your husband when he makes a mistake? Are you a I told you so kind of woman? No judgment, because you got to know the one that you're with. Some men need a woman to be like, I told you so. You know what I'm saying? I've made the mistake in assuming that every man wants a very gentle, sweet, kind wife. Some men like a woman that's going to be able to listen to me. If you even look at another woman, it's going to be an issue. Versus a woman that says, well, I understand that men tend to look, and she's so soft that he feels like, dang, I might, not handle my marriage in a way because I don't fear losing her because she's gonna be there. So it's to each his own. You got to know the one that you're with.
Yes.
Some men cannot handle a woman that can be assertive and make those threats or say, hey, this is my line and don't you cross it. Right? He can't handle that. He needs grace. So you got to know the one that you're with. This is not a one size fits all thing.
Yes.
You understand? But you have to steward your influence well. So you'd better be right as possible, because men don't really have a gross margin for big error. He has a margin for forgetfulness. He has a margin for, human behavior. But if he has to troubleshoot a decision that you made, he probably will say, I don't want to listen to you because I can suffer with the decisions I made because I'm going to troubleshoot it. They belong to me.